magnificent. Thank you so much. I love you. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to look at a screen this large, this closely at all, because like I feel my eyes just lost 15 years of usefulness. So I'm not going to look back at that, and I need them. When you're 22 and you need your eyes for another rest of your life, that's a lot of years. Thank you guys for being here. It's good to return. What triggered my memory of being here was the restroom in the green room. In a weird way. I walked in and go, oh yeah, they're like, oh, it's to the right. To the right. I finished his sentence before he even finished it. And that's what triggered it. It's weird things that, the things that trigger your memory like that. For example, today someone was wearing a fairy tale shirt, and I was like, oh, I finally have a fairy tale shirt, because I designed this cool fairy tale shirt, and it's for my Habitat website, and I never had one, and everyone had this shirt except me. And so I recorded the final episode of Fairy Tale Wednesday of this week. And yeah, 10 years of that show, 328 episodes, started when I was 12. And so, but I happened to be wearing the fairy tale shirt during that process, and I didn't plan on recording in the fairy tale shirt, so it was kind of like a thing that didn't hit me till afterwards, like, oh yeah, I finally got the shirt on the very last session of Fairy Tale. Now hopefully there'll be more. Hopefully we'll have the 100-year quest, etc. I don't want to spoil it, but the way that this final episode leaves it, it's kind of like, well, if it doesn't do that, then that was a really cruel joke. But I mean, you know what? My mom, she used to tell cruel jokes all the time. Like when I asked her, like, why I don't have any siblings, she's like, I learned my lesson after you. I was waiting for her to say, just kidding, and she told that to me many years ago. But, and actually when the Fairy Tale movie came, when Dragon Cry came out, it was really kind of a perfect storm, because we did both coasts premieres. So we did a West Coast premiere, East Coast premiere. And the West Coast premiere is, you know, they have these beautiful red carpet events that they do, and someone had 3D printed the Dragon Cry staff. And so, oh, cool. Am I supposed to put my head there? Okay. And so someone had 3D printed this Dragon Cry staff, and that was awesome. I got to see it in the theater at the Montalban, the Ricardo Montalban Theater. And so it was great. And then there was a New York premiere that I didn't know was happening. I was already going to go early to New York for my birthday that week, but then also I found out the convention that I was going to be at is there, and they're doing the New York premiere there, all in the same week. And so I went a little bit early, and we had a crowd a little bit bigger than this, and we all walked together through Manhattan to the movie theater, bought out the whole theater, watched Dragon Cry, and did a gigantic fire dragon roar at the end of it. And so it was fun. It was fun to do that. So Fairy Tale has been a pretty big part of my life, and it's always one of those things where it's like you don't think about it until it's done or it's over. Because you don't live in the moment of it. You know what I mean? I guess. And so I've been. Oh, that's cool. Is that happening right now?
It is. It's live happening.
Oh. Well, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Well, now I'm looking at the screen I said I wasn't going to look at.
Here we go.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. And so I'm still processing the fact that I just finished the last little bit of Fairy Tale hopefully for just a little while. My throat is happy about it, but I'm... Oh wait, no, I can't text that. Wait, never mind. Well, I mean...
Doug.
Well...
Hello.
9.6. 633.
Hold on, let's see. 956
633
633
26
26
46.
46. Where's the rest of the tweets?
They'll come up again. It's in a rotation. They're screening them.
Oh.
Boom, there you go.
Took my little brother to see Dragon Cry when it hit theaters. There we
Somebody
go.
loves you. Look, there it is.
Very sweet.
Don't yell at me. Take your pictures and message to the screen.
That's freaking.
Little brother. Really?
Who's there? I don't think that's you.
That's a weird filter. Oh, I love bees. But anyway, Fairy Tale has been a part of my world for a long time, and it's been fun to meet that. When I see an anime store, that's not accurate for me because my mom never goes anywhere with me. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. I popped up there.
Thank you.
Yeah, there we go. But I don't know if you guys heard, they announced a Fairy Tale crossover with Marvel. They did it. That would be awesome if they did, yeah. We'll do it at the end together. But yeah, so Fairy Tale's been going on, and then Jay mentioned Star Trek, which was a lot of fun. I'm just glad I don't have to cut my hair like a bowl haircut anymore, because everyone always thinks that was a wig. It was not a wig. It was lots and lots of hairspray and straightening and etc. on my head every day, so that by the end of a 12-day shoot, my hair was like, you could blow on my hair and it would disintegrate. It was so painful and it hurt because I would have to watch. Oh, hey.
Yeah, why is it dark?
Why? Uh-oh.
Fire breath. I don't want to destroy this mic. But yeah, so after Fairy Tale, I mean, people were asking me, what other things do you have lined up? With Fairy Tale, I really only did it like an hour a week. So it's just an hour a week. So my other stuff is filled with like, I recently, a show that I direct came out on Cartoon Network called Power Players. If you guys like Toy Story, it looks like Toy Story. And it's about toys, good toys versus bad toys, and the Andy of that story can turn into a toy himself, which is really fun. It's on Saturday mornings on Cartoon Network. And then working on a bunch of video games that I can't talk about just yet, but they're good games you're already playing. So it's DLC for games that you're already doing. I wish I could tell you more. And I'm sorry I'm distracted. I see moving things, I look at them. But then yeah, so there's a lot going on. Fairy Tale was a lot of fun. I keep hearing rumor about My Hero stuff. The director told me she had some sort of plan for me in season 4, but that's what she told me. We'll see what happens. I don't know. But yeah, life's busy. I could go to sleep right now on this table. That's bad. No, that's bad. That's bad. I shouldn't be able to do that. But yeah, that's my life. Jay, do we have like questions that?
We have questions for you, sure.
Sure. Okay.
Got a microphone here?
Okay.
Anybody got a question for
Hi,
Todd?
my name is Yellow.
Hi. Thanks for helping me earlier.
So one question over here.
And hey, folks, Let's remember, it's a question, not a conversation.
Yes. So a fair warning, just one question because there's a lot of people in here. So just one question.
Yeah. Okay, now everyone knows. It's too late. Okay. What was your favorite arc in Fairy Tale, like as you were recording?
Favorite arc in Fairy Tale. When we went to Galuna Island, because all the characters that were on that island, it just seemed like, okay, today I want everyone to bring their kids to work. We're gonna let the kids draw whatever they want, and whatever they come up with, we're gonna make characters for the show. That's how I feel like they designed those characters. So it was fun to do that, but all the arcs are everything's so different. That's what's cool to me, about Fairy Tales, that all the villains all have different abilities, they all have different motivations. So it's not, so in a Marvel movie, for example, and I love Marvel, I'm in the Marvel universe, I'm happy to be a part of that family. But oftentimes, it's take this thing and keep it away from this. Or take this thing and bring it to this. It's one of those two. Whereas a Fairy Tale, it's always, someone has different motivations for it. It's a revenge thing, or sometimes it's a power thing. Sometimes, it's a balancing the justice in their mind when they feel wrong. So it's nice to see those different dynamics so that we don't have a show that has a ton of filler episodes. But I think every show that runs that long is gonna have some filler. But hopefully we've been able to keep the filler to a minimum. Because I work on long form shows that have a lot of filler. Filler jutsu. So it's fun, it's refreshing to work on a show like Fairy Tale that keeps it exciting. Love Fairy Tale, huge show, fantastic. One of the best shows, I really love it.
Okay, we have our next question up here.
Hi.
How was it like voice acting Natsu?
Well, I mean, being with that character for so long, because at first I didn't think I even did well on the audition, because the director made it seem like I bombed the audition. But he knew, I didn't know this till many years later, that the minute I started auditioning, he was like, that's Natsu. He didn't tell that to me. So I'm sitting here thinking like, well, I just blew it. And then someone's asking him in the hallway, like, how are the auditions going? Did you find someone that you like? And he's like, nope, nobody yet. And I was like, oh man. But that was all a game. Like, he knew already, and he was toying with my feelings because he's a friend and that's what friends do. But it's been a great ride. It's been a lot of fun to see how long I can yell in one breath. And the record, when it gets to around 9 seconds, that's when I start to falter. But if you think about it, 9 seconds doesn't seem like a lot, but if you're waiting for an app to load, 9 seconds is a long time, for example. 9 seconds is like, that long. And that's not even yelling though. That's just, I wonder how long I could do that. Wait, let me get my timer out. Let's see, because now I'm curious. Okay, here we go. 25 seconds. Dang it. Let me go again. I don't want to stop till I get to a minute. No. I won't do that. 25 seconds. What's the next question?
Okay, we have another question over here.
You see me back there?
Oh, hello.
I know you did like other voice actors acts and all that, but how do you like find that right voice for the character?
It's a collaboration with the director. So when I throw something out, the director will then say like, let's adjust it this way, or let's adjust it that way, and they'll guide me, and then we kind of lock it in. Like when I did Destiny 2, when we worked on that game, I threw out a voice, and they said, here's a little bit more about his backstory. Take that, and how does that inform where the voice sits? And so I take that information, and I'm like, okay, so he's had a hard life. He can't ever turn his back on anyone, so he's kind of rough and tumble. He's been through a lot of stuff, and he's ancient. So I think about those things, and then what comes out is what you hear in the game. So, and each person is different. Every person has the way they work with a character, and that's just the way that I do it.
Okay, we have another question over here.
Did you like being part of the fairy tale cast?
Well, I mean, I like any show where I have the most lines. Which wasn't the case with this season of Fairy Tale. This season was the least amount of lines that I've ever had in any season of Fairy Tale. So when I first started with Fairy Tale, I mean, it would be 8-hour days recording these episodes. With this, it was like 1 hour per episode. It's very light compared to something like Sergeant Frog, which was 12 hours a day, literally.